I'm ready. Good morning. You are watching KUHS The Stream on Washington, 114th in North Denver, North Glen, Thornton, up north. But guys, this is KUHS The Stream, and we are jamming. You got to see this studio we have. It is amazing, and we're just so excited to be a part of this. And special thanks to Henry Archuleta, Jefe, the man who's really responsible for all of this. And guys, I just feel so honored to have this opportunity to be here in front of you. I'm hoping to have a sponsor here in the next couple of weeks. They run a little trailer over at Evans and Wadsworth, right across from Emick Chevrolet, La Fogota, I believe it is, and it's a little red trailer there. And if you go by there, and if you're going down Wadsworth, you must stop and try their food. Their tortas are unbelievable. They have an asada burrito that will, it's so good you got to have a cigarette when you're done. I'm telling you, that's an excellent place to go. Check it out. And like I say, hopefully in the next 2 weeks we're going to have them as our sponsor for the show. Guys, on our show today, I want to talk about something that I talk about on a regular basis, and those of you who know me know that I do like to help people. I like to help people feel better, look better, have a better sense of well-being, and I'm doing that now on a regular basis. In fact, I have a pretty steady clientele that are coming to me for pain relief, for stress relief. I'm a life coach. I offer my services to the public. Typically, we're $60 a session, and I guarantee you when you leave my house, you're going to feel much better. You're going to look better. You're going to have a better sense of well-being. I guarantee my services 100%. If you're not satisfied, you don't pay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Recently, I met a curandero. Atek Patsin wrote this book, A Magic Feather. He is a curandero. And if you know what a curandero is a healer. And one of the most interesting things about Atek Patsin is that he's so humble and he's so wise. And when you read his book, A Magic Feather, you'll see that this guy's beyond an intellect. He's extremely intelligent and extremely knowledgeable. But I've learned that, to call yourself a healer, it takes a long time, a lot of training, a lot of experience. And I do not disagree with that in any way, but I will tell you this. With the healing modalities that we have today, there's a lot of other opportunities out there. There's a lot of paths that you can take to healing. In the beginning of the year, my wife and I decided that we were going to be younger at the end of this year. And we have embarked upon a journey that's going to be a lot of different things, tools that are going to improve our health, our well-being, and we're helping other people with these things. And so what I'm talking about today is healing. I'm talking about healing yourself. I'm talking about finding ways that, and there are plenty of them, that you can literally make yourself look better, feel better, or have a better sense of well-being. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a whole bunch of different things today, and hopefully I'll give you some information that will help you. And with that, we're going to go ahead. So, wait, before I forget, this week marks 50 years since the Seis de Boulder happened. And what the Seis de Boulder was, if you don't know what that is, during 50 years ago, there was the Chicano activists that were trying to protest for equal rights for Latinos and Chicanos in the Colorado and Denver high schools. And there was a big disparity between the monies that were being spent in affluent schools versus the poorer, poverty-stricken schools. And so these people were standing up and they were protesting. And up in Boulder, there were 2 cars and 6 people were killed. And they claimed that it were car bombs that happened. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding this. Some people believe that government officials planted the explosives in the car, but we'll never know. But the point of it is, I just want to send out a shout out to those of you who understand and know about that. Yesterday on NPR, I heard Dr. Ramon del Castillo talking about a new play that's coming out. It's Where Do I Sit in the Bus? And it's going to be really, really exciting. I don't know if it's at Su Teatro or if at the Center for the Performing Arts, but if you get a chance, look it up, go find out about it. Where Do I Sit in the Bus? And what it is, it talks about, you know, when there was segregation and the blacks had to sit in the back of the bus and the whites sat in the front, where did we sit? And so this is a one-person play. Forgive me, I don't remember the young lady's name who's going to be performing, but it is really an eye-opener. It's really something that you would be really, really enjoy and learn a lot from. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I've talked about this on the show before, and I want to talk about healing. And there's a thing called curing, and there's a thing called healing, and they're not the same. I always thought they were the same, but the fact of the matter is, when you do healing, you do an internal healing, and the healing is not a physical illness that you're healing, but it could be trauma, it could be self-esteem, it could be assimilation, things that have caused you to feel or be diminished. And when you can fulfill that and you can bring into yourself that peace, when you can bring into yourself that emotional healing, then that is when you become healed. And that's what I've learned from the Magic Feather. Also, Alberto Villoldo wrote this book and several others, Shaman, Healer, Sage. And he was actually the one who first introduced me to the concept of healing versus curing. But he is a shaman who has officially gone through a lot of instruction and a lot of training. He's gone into South America and Mexico, and he talks about many of the shamanic healers that are out there today and their mission and what healing means to them. And so this is a really, really great read. Alberto Villoldo is a really, really awesome author, easy to read. And so, you know, I want to talk about, you know, I mean, I want to encourage you to read Alberto Villoldo's books. Before I forget, when it comes to healing, there's a lot of different options, as I mentioned earlier. One of the things that Dee, my wife, and I do is we take a product called iHercules. iHercules is a little tiny spray can, a bottle, I guess you call it, and it's really easy to use, and it's actually a several hundred-year-old recipe. This is a brand new jar, so I haven't even opened it yet. But this is actually the extracts of many, many seeds that, when they're combined together, they work synergistically to create healing in your body. And what we do know about healing in the body is that cells basically die in you, but they don't really die. They just don't perform the functions of a cell. Functions of a cell: to reproduce, to communicate, to defend, to travel, and to eliminate waste. And so when you have a cell and it can't do any one of those 5 things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be sick. So what this does is this awakens those cells, and it actually works at a cellular level to help you be more healthy. And this is one of the ways that my wife and I are becoming better, more healthy. And it's so simple. I spray 5 sprays under my tongue. It's a little aromatic, and but I usually do it before dinner, but I did it today just to demonstrate how simple it is. Runs about $97 a vial. I do sell these. I offer these. If you're interested in trying these, they're really an amazing way to promote healing in your body. One of the things that I talk about a lot of time is the frequencies that come from telephones. I talk a lot about frequencies, but the frequency from your telephone is a really powerful and dangerous thing. My first wife, Rita, died of a glioblastoma, which is a grade 4 brain tumor. President Joe Biden's son died of a glioblastoma. My mom died of a glioblastoma. And you know, it used to be 2 out of 50,000 people would get a glioblastoma, and I don't know what the current statistics are, but I would venture to say that it's much more than 2 out of 50,000 people. So what I'm recommending is, if you have a cell phone, and we all do, is that you get a piece of shungite, S-H-U-N-G-I-T-E. Shungite, you can buy it with little stickies on the back, and you can put it on the back of your phone, and this actually absorbs the EMF, the electromagnetic frequency that comes from your phone, and it makes your phone a lot safer and a lot easier to use. Guys, today on our show, I have my cell phone on, and so if you have a question or a comment, you can reach me at 720-BED-MAMA, 720-233-6262. Call in today. Let me talk about anything that let's talk about anything that that's of interest to you. I'm going to have my phone right here. If you want to call in, if you have an ailment that you want to discuss, I have several books that I'm going to be talking about, and we'll just go ahead and move forward. Victor Archuleta is a healer that I know down in Santa Fe. He's a friend of my daughter, Amanda, and Victor's been on the show 2 times. This is his recent book that we talked about, Energy, The Power of Energy Healing, and it talks about so many different modalities of healing. You can get this at Barnes & Noble. You can find it all over the place. Very, very exciting and very interesting book. I've been talking and learning a lot more about healing every day, and I'm not just looking at shamanic healing. I'm looking at ancient Chinese medicine. I'm looking at healing from all different modalities, anything that I can find. I am researching it. This is a very interesting book. The author is S.H.A. Shah, and this is Power Healing, and this is using touch to heal. And it talks about using sound to heal, touch, vibration, and literally using things that are readily at hand to heal people. So healing is not such an impossible and faraway dream. Recently, I had Brigitte Mars on, and we talked about mental and emotional health. Guys, if you know someone who is suffering from depression and from anxiety, if you know even someone with bipolar disorder, Parkinson's disease, this book talks in depth about all of the above. Brigitte Mars has been an herbalist for over 50 years, and I am becoming more and more of an herbal medicine kind of guy. I love this stuff. I am so involved in it. My kitchen's almost overwhelmed with so many new herbs and so many new blends that I'm sharing with people and I'm using to help people feel better, look better, and have a better sense of well-being. 720-233-6262. If you have questions or comments, call me in. I'm here. Part of my additions that I'm adding to my reading and my library includes some herbal medical books. And I don't want to call them medical books because, again, we're not here to treat, cure, or diagnose anything. But these are great references, and they are talking about old medicines that were long before the American Medical Association was even around. And this is a fantastic book, The Modern Herbal Dispensary, a medicine making guide. Imagine if you were able to make your own antibiotics, if you were able to make your own pain creams, if you were able to help your diabetes, if you were to help, to be able to help your heart, your blood pressure, your cholesterol. Every one of these ailments can be addressed, can be improved by using natural remedies. Again, this is not to supersede the American, I'm not telling you to don't go to your doctor. I'm telling you that there's other things that you can do to help yourself feel better. This is a great book that I've owned since back in the 1990s, Herbs in Your Life. Heal faster, live longer, look better. This book was such a great reference that I took notes in it. If you look, it's highlighted all the way through the book. And what I learned from this was I had a friend who had a brain tumor. It was non-cancerous, but it was also inoperable. And I went through this book and I did a lot of research and other reference manuals, and I decided to put her on a blend of red clover and chlorophyll. And 3 months later, her brain tumor had gone down from the size of a golf ball down to the size of a pea, with no chemotherapy, no radiation, no change at all. And I had written here that within 2 months or 3 months, she had gained 23 pounds. This was way back in October of 1995. So that's how long that I've been doing research and study on herbal medicine. Another great reference manual that I really love is the Encyclopedia of Natural Remedies. Man, guys, I'll tell you what. In about 1910, when the American Medical Association was just the 1920s and 30s actually, the AMA, what we call the American Medical Association, was just being formed. If you would look in any desk reference manual, you would see that herbs were the way to cure and treat and help people feel better. And all of these lost ways are now coming back into our lives, and they're becoming more and more useful, more beneficial. And people are starting to understand that, you know what, you can get to feeling better by using herbs. Again, 720-233-6262. If you have questions, comments, if you want to agree, if you want to disagree, I'm here. I'm here to take your calls. This is another really fascinating book, Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine, 560 herbs and remedies for common ailments. Man, imagine that. And they have branches of the AMA that simply all they do is sit around and invent new diseases. I don't know, man. If you've seen any kind of commercials on TV, and I know you have, and they talk about any kind of a new drug or any kind of a medication, you look at it and it says all the good things it's going to do, and then that's the first half, and then the second half they spend talking about all of the side effects, all of the possibilities, everything from risk of heart attack to leukemia to death. And you know what? Herbal medicines don't have side effects like that. They're not as deadly. They're not as harmful. They don't have the side effects. Of course, you can abuse them, and you can die from herbs just like medicine, but it's nothing, nowhere near as impactful in a negative way as synthetic medication is. And again, I'm not here to cut down anybody or any profession or the American Medical Association. I'm just saying that, you know, they called it alternative medication. And it's an alternative, and that's all it is, simply an alternative. The last book that I want to talk about, this has been a treasure of mine since way back in probably 1994, 95. This book, The Essential Oils Desk Reference, was made by the Young Living Oils Company. Dr. Gary Young wrote this book, and I don't care what ailment you have. If you have something and it's bothering you, essential oils have been around since the time of Christ, since long before the time of Christ. There are so many oils that you can have, that you can use, and you can address anything from, again, anxiety and depression all the way to studying for a test. There's so many things that you can get from essential oils, like herbs, all natural, very, very healing, very conducive to human health, and very, very helpful for you. And they're pleasant to smell. What do you think of that? So those are just some of the books that I read. I love books. I can't help it. I'm addicted to them. I can't stop. And so I'm a book reader, man. So what I want to talk about now is I want to talk about some of the ways that if you come to my home, if you come to my office and you have an ailment, if you have a pain, if you need some help, here's what I'm going to do if you come. So if I have a lot of people who have extreme pain and who are really, really afraid of using some of the other equipment, which there's nothing to fear, but some people want to use something that's a little bit more direct. This is called the Flex Doctor. The company ARPWave has been around for about 25 years. The Flex Doctor is a Class 2 medical device. It is FDA approved. There are about 500,000 of these in use in the United States right now. Who owns these? Professional athletes, physical physicians, physical therapists, people who want to just feel better. You take this and it's got two leads that you hook up, and you put one on one part of the body and one you search for the pain point where it's originated from. And this is so useful and powerful. Guys, this is not a toy. This cost me almost $3,000, and I use this when needed. So the Flex Doctor, you can look it up. You can Google Flex Doctor, or you can look up ARPWave, ARPWAVE. I used to own an ARPWave machine, which is $20,000, and I used it for a year and I sold it because I thought I didn't need it anymore, and then all the pain came back. But what it is you need to continually use it, use equipment just like exercise. If you exercise one time, it's not going to have much impact. You use something like this again and again and again, and it retrains the body. For example, I'm bone on bone, both knees, meniscus, ACL, MCL, all gone. And I'm walking around without a cane. And if you know me, in the last year, I used to walk everywhere I went with the cane. I couldn't walk in a grocery store without hanging on to my grocery cart. This tool has been instrumental in helping me to look better, feel better, and have a better sense of well-being. So many new technologies are coming out. I said it recently, mark my words, this year there's going to be a whole explosion of new science, new technology, new inventions, including nanotechnology. My friend May Tran, she's been on the show as well. May's from Vietnam. She translates Chinese, Vietnamese, and French. May actually called me yesterday, and she has a new technology that's a mask that you put on, and it's full 100% collagen, and this mask literally melts into your face and it improves your face. It's like $60 for 12 of them, and if you're at all interested in finding out anything about that, I ordered a 12 of them myself just because I want to see what they do, how they make you feel, and I can't wait to get them. I just can't wait to get them. A couple of things that I like to talk about is frequency, and how frequency helps you to be healed and to feel better. And frequency, man, it's taken on new dimensions. I have the far infrared knee pads, and I don't know if this has battery. This is brand new. I just pulled it out of the box. But if you look in the back here, it has an infrared light, far infrared light. And on the front here, you still has the plastic, because again, this is brand new. But it has a temperature, so you can get it mild, medium, or hot, and it has an intensity setting for the massage. Or you could shut the massage off. Excuse me. You can shut the massage off. You can shut the red light off and just put heat. So it's really, really an amazing thing. I started using mine probably about just a little before I got my Flex Doctor, and I gotta say that I notice a difference every time I use this. I really like this because you can use this on your shoulder, you can use this on your knee, you can use this on your hip. I use this on my ankle. You can put it on your wrist. You can, I mean, anywhere pretty much on your body, and you can get results. And I can tell you that these results are very, very permanent. It takes time. But the red light actually creates collagen in your body, and it helps your body to send healing stem cells into that part of the body, and it helps alleviate pain. And so, guys, I highly, highly recommend, if you have knee pain, shoulder pain, if you have elbow pain, if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, you have wrist pain, this is the tool that you must own. You gotta have one of these. In case you've just joined us, you are watching KUHS The Stream on Melody Drive. This is the Weekend Boost, and I am your host, Paul Lane. We're talking about healing today. Healing. What is healing? Healing is when your body gets more in alignment with the way it's supposed to be. Can you cure cancer? I believe you can. I believe that there's dozens and dozens of cures for cancer. But the AMA won't let you say that. And so unofficially, there's cures for cancer. Officially, there's no cure for cancer. I don't have any cures for cancer. I have products that you can use to make yourself feel better. I have ways that you can help yourself to relieve a lot of your discomfort. I have products, darn, I forgot to bring my cellular energy. I have a powder that you can drink that literally helps your body to cure itself from the inside, or to make itself feel better, forgive me. Scratch that term, heal. So this product, Cellular Energy, I gave this to my brother Mal back in 2008, 2009. He had been in Anschutz Cancer Center for 4 months. He was flown to Denver from Craig. He had acute leukemia, and it wasn't looking real promising for him. I found this product for him back then, and I got him to take it, and within 2 weeks he was completely released from the hospital with no further treatments, no further cures, no further medical care. And my brother Mal passed away about 3 years ago, but never ever had cancer again in the rest of his life. Cellular Energy is the only thing that he took, and that's what I'll say is an amazing, amazing product. Did that cure him? No. His body was able to literally cure itself using the natural products that were available to him, and his body was able to, at the cellular level was able to communicate. His cells were able to travel. His cells were able to defend. His cells were able to reproduce. And his cells were able to eliminate waste. And what that did is this cell gets healthy, this cell gets healthy, and pretty soon it's a chain effect. And next thing you know, the whole body is healthy. It really, really can impact you in a positive way. I have a lot of people who are coming to me with back pains, and I'm telling you, back pain is something that if you've had it, and if you're over 40, you probably know what back pain is. Back pain can be anywhere from your tailbone to the back of your neck, and it can be anywhere in between. I don't know exactly how many bones we have in our back, but I can tell you that when you have pain in your back, there's just nothing that relieves it. I don't care if sometimes you lay down, sometimes you stand up, you stretch. Yoga is a pretty good way that you might consider if you have back pain to address that if you want to use no other methods. However, this is a belt. This is an infrared belt, and you just turn this on. Right here it has two buttons. One's for the vibration or the massage mode, and the other one is the heat mode. And when I turn that on, you can see that the infrared lights up, and you can take that and you can turn it all the way off, or you can turn it on. The other day I was shoveling snow and I twisted my back. I didn't have much of a load, but I twisted my back, guys. And I'll tell you what, I was in so much extreme pain. I couldn't even pick up the plastic shovel. I couldn't even walk into the house without holding on to something. I was in so much pain. I put the belt on. It didn't seem to help. I was a little bit disappointed, but I kept it on until the battery, because it's a chargeable unit. This one just plugs in and it's got a chargeable battery unit. But I put it on and I wore out the battery. I charged it up and I put it on again. And after about the second day, I started feeling some relief. By the third day, I was feeling myself again. And I haven't had any back pain at all in my lower back where that happened. Not even a little bit, not even a small ache. So I got to tell you, these run in the area of $150, and so if you're interested in getting one of these, I do have them available. It is a far infrared massage belt, and it's really, really powerful. It's really useful, and it really works. It really, really works. I like this one too because you can put this on your shoulder, you can put this around your knee, you can put it anywhere. Very, very versatile, very useful, and very, very powerful. Now this is my newest addition, and this one has to be plugged in, but this one is a lot bigger. It has a lot more infrared lights. I got to tell you, man, I haven't used this. Again, it's brand new. I just got it in the mail recently, and so I'm so excited. But I'll tell you what, as far as going into your entire back or your entire leg or your entire hip, this unit has a lot more availability as far as the light. There's two different kinds of lights that are in this thing, and it's so lightweight you don't even know you have it on. It's got an extension on the belt that you can put on, so if you're kind of chubby like me, you see it doesn't go all the way around, so it's got an extension that you just put on. It's Velcro on and snaps right on. You can put this on all the way down to below your belt line. You can put it all the way in the middle of your back, or you can literally put it on the back of your neck if you wanted to, or you could lay on this. Guys, this is the future of healing. Frequency, I'm telling you, Nikola Tesla said that all medicine will be through frequency in the future, and this is it. It's here. The future is here. I'm so excited. My cousin Emily's coming over tomorrow. She has extreme pain. I'm not excited for her pain, but I'm excited because the last time Emily came to my house, she stayed for about an hour and a half, and I did some, I used some of my equipment on her. I didn't do much massage, but I'll probably do some light massage on her tomorrow. She has a really, really painful hip issue after having both knees replaced, and it's really, I believe, compensation. But tomorrow, I'm hoping that I can really make a difference in my cousin Emily, and we just want to help the people we love, and Emily's one of my favorite human beings in the world, and so that's what I do. What's next? Guys, frequency is coming to a new level in the United States. This is one of my new devices that I now carry. This is about 150 bucks. I have about 6 of these at my house ready to go. I really like this because it's really easy to use. It's quiet. It blows. You can't see it in this light, but there's a purple light and it's terahertz. And I can put this on my face. I can turn it up. It's got 2 speeds. Very easy to use. I blow dry my hair with one of these. I use this on all of my lymphatic points. So with this, I use it on my palms, both palms. I use it on my armpits. I use it on the back of my knees, on the soles of my feet. I go all around my neck and all around my chest here where I have lymph nodes, all around my neck. And then I put it on my backside where where your colon is. And I got to tell you, this device is really, really an amazing device. It was invented in China. So it's not recognized by the FDA, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Guys, because it's not recognized by the FDA doesn't mean that it's not a useful and powerful tool. Terahertz frequency literally kills cells that are not naturally occurring in the human body. I use one of these to charge every drop of water I drink. I use these again to blow dry my hair. If I smash a hand, I use it. I'm not kidding you. It eliminates pain in your hands. It's amazing. It's an amazing device. And for 150 bucks, you can't go wrong. It's so simple to use. And I'm telling you, you will not believe how efficient it is, how good it makes your body feel, and it's a must-have. It's something that you really need to have in your house. I promise you, if you own one of these, you will see life in a different light because you can eliminate a lot of pains. You can eliminate a lot of things that are happening wrong in your body and correct them. Here's another interesting fact about this. When you put this on your tailbone and you can heat up your body, your bones, you can actually help your body to create stem cells. But the problem is that the stem cells are defective. So because as we age, they're non-viable, what we call non-viable or defective stem cells. Well, what this does over time, it actually corrects the stem cell chain so that when you use this, it actually helps your body to get younger, to feel better on a completely different level without drugs. When my friend Beto Terrazas was in the hospital, and again, I want to send out my thoughts and prayers to Beto, who is still battling his colon cancer. But when Beto was getting ready to go for his first surgery, I used a similar device to this, same therapy, same frequency, and we used it on him for 7 straight days. And 7 straight days, every single day, I used it on him 2 to 3 times a day. And when he went in for his surgery, Beto had no tumors in his kidney. He had no tumors in his lymph nodes. He had only a tumor in his liver. And so I saw this with my own eyes, guys. I heard the doctor, Dr. Lou, over at Lutheran Hospital, or it's right by St. Joseph's Hospital. Anyway, I heard the doctor himself say, we found no cancer within his body except for his liver. All we found was scar tissue. He had no explanation for that, but I did. I did. Question? Call in. I'm waiting for you. My phone's here. 720-233-6262. Got a question? Ask away. I'm here. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to answer your questions. Now, the other one I'm going to talk about, if you look at these two together, you can see that this one is much larger. This is the Pro model. I really, really like this. Is the one I really blow dry my hair with. And when you look at this one, it's much smoother. It's got a German motor in it, and it's got 3 speeds, actually 4 speeds, and it's I'm going to turn it on again so you can kind of see about how much it blows on you. That's the 2nd speed. Terahertz technology, when it was first discovered back in 2000, when it was first marketed in 2019, was called one of the top 10 inventions to change the world in the medical arena. So that's how powerful this technology is. It's an amazing thing that really works. What are your thoughts? Do you think that terahertz frequency can have some applications that you might use? Do you think that it's possible that you might have some pains that you might be able to get addressed? Give me a call. 720-233-6262. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to talk to you about your pains. I'd love to talk to you about what's bothering you. I'd like to give you some reference information that you may use to help yourself look better, to feel better, to have a better sense of well-being. Another thing that I've really discovered recently is mushrooms. Guys, adaptive mushrooms are a powerful alternative to pain medication and to chemicals that you use to improve your immune system. Adaptive mushrooms actually work very well in your body synergistically. What does synergistically mean? 1 + 1 = 3. I'll give you an example of synergistic power, energy in vitamins. If you take iron by itself, it's a very powerful and useful vitamin or a mineral. But if you take vitamin C is also a very powerful vitamin. But if you take vitamin C and you take iron at the same time, guess what happens? Both the vitamin C and the iron complement each other, and it's almost like 1 + 1 = 3. If you read scripture, it says, where 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I will be in their midst. Synergistics. And so synergistic energy is just power that's your body gives itself in addition to what's being introduced into it to become more helpful, more beneficial, and more healing for you. Interesting, huh? The last time my wife went in for a physical, she had some real concerns. They told her that she was pre-diabetic. They told her that she had really poor bone density. And immediately I went to the Shaklee company, who I've been taking their Shaklee vitamins, not consistently, but I took them from the time I was 22 to the time I was about 35. And then I started taking them about 6 months ago, and we've been taking them every day. And Shaklee is a very well-known and very reputable vitamin company. I love Shaklee vitamins because I can take one of these vitamins and drop it in a glass of water, and guess what? It dissolves completely within 2 minutes. What does that mean to you? Well, I have heard it said that if you go into the sewer, you can find 1-a-day vitamins that still have the stamp on them, 1 a day, because there's a coal tar coating on them and your body can't break it down. So when you take a vitamin, you know what you want to do. You want it to absorb into your body so that you can absorb all of the nutrients. Doctors tell us you shouldn't take multivitamins because you urinate most of it out. And you know, the fact is that you do urinate some of it out. But here's what's interesting about that. There's 2 kinds of vitamins. There's fat-soluble vitamins and there's water-soluble vitamins. So when you take a nutrient and there's fat-soluble vitamins, those go into your body. When you take a water-soluble vitamin like vitamin C, it flushes through your body and you use only what you need. And so the fact that when you take vitamins, you might have some yellow pea, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all. In fact, if you look at doctors die about 4 years before the general public. So the doctors are telling you not to take vitamins are dying sooner than the people who take vitamins. What do you think of that? Now, going back to the herbal books, I just want to talk about a couple of quick things. If you look at the modern dispensatory, actually I really want to, I can talk about this one. If I go through this and I look at the table of contents, it starts out, with getting started, understanding concepts in herbal medicine, herbal preparations, understanding the many ways to prepare and use herbs. We have been doing tinctures and extracts, and so to get a tincture, for example, I have a rosemary tincture that I just got done making, and it's taken me about 8 weeks to make. And what I did was I got a whole bunch of rosemary, I put it in a jar, and I filled it to the very top with vodka, and I put it in a dark room, in a dark shelf, to let it set for 6 weeks. And when I was done, I strained out all of the rosemary, and I have a dark green liquid. And I took an eye bottle, an eyedropper bottle. I have several that I took that I was able to get from that, and I put a few eyedroppers in a glass of water, and we do that in the morning and we do that at night. And we believe that that's going to help us because rosemary has been proven to help your mental cognition, to increase your memory, to improve your mental functioning. So that's a tincture that'll be made. I am a person who does not like to take antibiotics. I won't, I just don't take them. Why? Because there's an accumulative effect and it's not good for you. So what I did was I took a big, about maybe 5 ounces of oregano, just an organic oregano. I put it in a jar and I covered it with olive oil, with virgin, organic, cold pressed olive oil. And I let that set in a dark shelf for about 6 weeks. And I was able to take that and I got, I don't know, 8 or 10 little eyedropper bottles, and that is an antibiotic. That is amazing antibiotic. It doesn't taste bad, and I've got several bottles of those, and I'm going to continue to make those so that I can have them on hand. And so that's just one of the things that I've done with my herbal practice or medicine, and I don't want to call it a practice, but herbal assistance for people. People who have high blood pressure and people who have blood issues, one of the things I suggest is cleansing your blood. And how do you cleanse blood? With herbs. I've discovered a 5 herbal blend that I think is really powerful. And what it is it's burdock root, it's elderberry, it's yellow dock, it's hydrangea root, and sarsaparilla, which we call sarsaparilla in the United States. But you take those 5 herbs and you make a tea out of them, and it will cleanse your liver, it will cleanse your kidneys, and it cleanses your blood. Also helps to lower your blood pressure. That's just a simple concoction that you can go and get. There's apothecary stores all over Denver. You can buy these herbs there. I also have a capsule making device that it's about this big, and I get the little gel caps, and they're half and half, so I get an empty one and I fill in each one of the little slots. I took that blend of 5 herbs, I got 5 tablespoons of one of each one, and I put it in a bowl in my chopper, and I chopped it all up, and it was all powder, basically powder. And I took it and I put it in my capsules, and then I put the caps on it, and I can get about 58 or 59 capsules out of those 5 tablespoons. And so if somebody wants to take capsules to do that blood cleansing process, that's an availability that we have. So we're finding out that there are herbs that help with your cholesterol. There's herbs that help with your blood pressure. There's herbs that help with stress. There's herbs that help with depression. I mean, if you look at Bridget Mars's book, you would not believe how detailed an herb can be. I'm going to try to see if I can find an example here. Let me see if I can find a spot here. Okay, here we go. So, rebalancing for low mood and depression. I'm just kind of opening up random here. So what it says is, it has different sections: good to know, supplements for well-being, Mother Nature's news, and then it goes into the healing herbs. And so herbs can offer safe and helpful alternatives to prescription medications without side effects. That's what I like best about them. However, if you're taking medication, do not stop taking it without your doctor's approval. Not all herbs are appropriate for everyone, such as during pregnancy or high blood pressure, etc. So seeking out competent healthcare professionals can be important. Also, seek your doctor's approval before you begin taking herbal remedies in conjunction with your medication. Using both at the same time may have unpredictable results. I'll give you an example of how that happened with my first wife, Rita, and me. When she got her brain tumor, I told the doctor that we were going to use red clover instead of the chemotherapy they wanted to give her, and the doctor said, oh no, you don't want to do that. You'll kill her. And so I did not use the red clover. I was going to put her on red clover and chlorophyll, what I used on my friend Pat back in 1995. And the doctors completely rejected that notion, and I didn't. And my wife passed away anyway. And so I will never know whether it would have helped her or not, but I talked to the doctor before I was going to do any other alternative or any additional herbal usage. But here's what I wanted to talk about. So when we're talking about low mood and depression, they start out with dandelion root. Dandelion root improves liver function, stimulating bile production. Eleuthero helps better cope stress, relieves depression, fatigue, and insomnia. And then it goes more and more in depth. I'm going to skip a couple. Ginkgo, goji berries. Goji berries traditionally used to promote cheerfulness. Kava kava is good for mild depression and anxiety. Lavender, uplifting aroma, helps alleviate fear, anxiety, exhaustion, and depression. Lemon balm, should have in every garden. Lemon balm, traditionally used to relieve melancholy, depression, and anxiety, can help you cope with difficult life situations. How specific is that? Licorice root helps blood sugar levels stable. Motherwort, traditionally used for anxiety, depression, exhaustion, gloom, and over worry. So these become more and more specific as you go down the list. Oat straw, rich in nerve-nourishing nutrients. It aids in convalescence, debility during drug addiction, exhaustion, insomnia, and post-traumatic stress. So what this is really telling me is that I can find herbs for specific needs. If I have some kind of an illness or some kind of an ailment, I'm not without hope. I have the opportunity right in front of me to create alternative medicines that are really going to help me without side effects. What do you think? Do you like side effects? I don't. Like I said, when you watch a commercial and it's half of it is the product, the other half is the side effects. Side effects should not be a normal part of medicine. If maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think that side effects should be an acceptable part of. If you're getting nervousness and night sweats and pain in your back and nausea and extreme side effects like leukemia and cancer and heart attack, that's not. You got to really weigh one against the other. And so I don't know if the FDA has just become lax, or if they're just getting paid off to be able to accept these drugs with so many side effects. But I just don't believe that side effects should be a part of your healing process. I think you should be able to heal, and you should be able to heal correctly, completely, and without side effect. And that's my opinion. And you may disagree, but that's kind of how I feel about things. So we've talked about so many different alternative treatments. $150 for the professional unit is $500. But if you look at the iTerracare company who makes these units, this unit's $350 or $360, and this unit is $3,500, something similar to this. So what I'm able to get for $500, it's 1/7 the cost. And I'm telling you, this thing really makes a difference. It really makes a difference on the way I feel. I tell you what, if you go outside, like you get really cold. I was watering plants the other night and I got really cold, and I came in the house and I just used that on my legs. I used it on my stomach. I used it on my shoulders, and I got to tell you, it warmed me right up. When we bathe our dog Lola, we always dry her. We blow dry her with one of these devices, and she loves it. It's like she doesn't even move anymore. She used to, when I used a regular blow dryer, she'd try to get up and run away. Now she just sits there. She even rolls over and lets me hit her belly with it. It's pretty impressive. And if a dog likes that, it must have some pretty good components to it, or some pretty good benefits to it. Healing today is taking on so many new faces, and so many new avenues are being made available to us. And I don't care whether it's using shungite on the back of your phone, or I have a shungite necklace that I use. Oh, this is another device that's for my protection. But I have a little necklace that I bought from the same company, and it's a little shungite necklace that I keep it with me at all times with my medicine bag, which I'm not going to talk about today. But I believe shungite is really a protective stone. They say that you can take this shungite and you can drop it in water and it'll absorb the heavy metals. So I mean, it's really an amazing, it's a naturally occurring product. But go online, find yourself some shungite, get it in your on your back of your phone, and get yourself protected, man. You know, healing is something. It's a self-help project. It's something that you really, or health is something that you have to take into your own hands. Being retired, I don't exercise nearly as much as I should. I don't get nearly the physical exercise that I really need at this age. And so I'm doing everything I can with every alternative to really do everything to try to make myself as healthy and exuberant as I possibly can. We're down to about 12 minutes to go, and I want to find out some more things we can talk about. I want to talk a little bit about essential oils. You know, back in about 1994, I was doing sales for a company, and I went to a house, and these two vicious German Shepherds were there. And the houses were really close together, and they were almost tall enough to stand over the fence. And man, I was really afraid of these German Shepherds. And I saw a man come out with a spray bottle, and he started spraying at these dogs, just spraying toward them. And both of the dogs just calmed down, and they went and sat down. And I asked him, what was that? Was that soap? What did you spray on those dogs? And the guy told me, no, it was lavender. What? It's an oil that I put in the spray bottle, and I spray the dogs, and it's harmless, and it calms them down, and it's natural. It's safe. And I said, tell me more. And so he happened to be from the company Young Living. Right now I'm a Young Living distributor. I'm also a doTERRA. If you know about doTERRA oils, they're the same kind of company. It's a network marketing company. And both companies have extremely high quality oils, and I tell you, you can get so much benefit from essential oils. Just talking about lavender, if you have insomnia, you can literally take this product and a bottle of lavender, just a few drops or 1 or 2 drops, put it on your wrist. You can put it on the back of your ears. You can put it on the soles of your feet or on the top of your toe, and that stuff will make you sleep really comfortably. It'll give you a good night of sleep. Peppermint, those are 2 of my favorite oils. 2 of the oils that I keep in my house at all times. Peppermint oil has so many, I want to talk about, before I forget, burns. Lavender is really good for burns and bug bites. So if you get any of those, lavender is the oil you should have in your home. Now peppermint is, they call peppermint yerba buena, and that's a good weed. And peppermint it grows like a weed, and it grows everywhere. If you plant it, you're going to have it next year. But you would not believe the benefits that you can get from peppermint. Believe it or not, if you want to stay awake, if you're driving, you're dozing, get some peppermint. You inhale that stuff and it'll keep you wide awake and alert. Studies have shown that you can increase test scores by up to 17% by inhaling lavender during your testing process. Amazing! It stimulates your mental organs. Rosemary is another one that's been proven to increase your mental acuteness and mental clarity. And so definitely something that's worth having with you, on you, at all times. I always like to have, well, I've been using a lot of lemon oil. In my shower, I like to have a bottle of wild orange. And I'll just put a couple of drops in my shower water, and it fills up the whole shower with this wonderful fragrance, and it's very healing for you too. But when we go to this desk, this desk reference manual, I can go to the back of this and I can find so many different oils and what they do. There's a therapy that's called auricular therapy, and what it is they show your ear. Let's see if I can find it. And they show the ear, and they show you where you can put essential oils on your ear to. Here we are. To get healing in different parts of your body. So if you look at this book, it just shows you, points on your feet, that you can put the oils all over your feet, and you can help all different parts of your body, from your heart to your ears to your brain. The essential oils, there's something called the raindrop technique, and the raindrop technique takes your spine and you drop oil all the way down the spine, and then you massage it into the body, into the spine, and it actually helps you with so many different ailments and issues. Trying to find that auricular therapy, it's really amazing. Lymphatic pump. Lymphatic blockage is really a bad thing. You know, 90% of illness is caused by blockage, and lymphatic blockage is among the worst and most damaging kinds of blockage that you can have in your body. But there's different kinds of blockage. There's neurological blockage, there's lymphatic blockage, there's circulatory blockage, there's respiratory blockage. I mean, there's so many different kinds of blockage that you can address using essential oils or these blowers. I mean it, they really open up blockage. These blowers actually open up endocrine blockage. So if you have gland problems, if you have pituitary gland, thymus, thyroid gland issues, if you have any kind of gland issues, these frequency devices are very effective at helping to balance out those imbalances. But in this also, you know, in the essential oils book, it talks about a lymphatic pump. Oh, here we are, the auricular technique. Auricular aroma technique. The integration of essential oils with standard auricular technique was developed by D. Gary Young after using essential oils in an acupuncture application in his clinic. He found that using essential oils in conjunction with acupuncture was extremely beneficial. So, the ancient sciences combining with essential oils can be very effective in helping you to be cured or healed or to make yourself feel better. But auricular just really talks about using essential oils on your ears. Very interesting, huh? As you go through this book, it has oils for emotional application, abuse, agitation, anger, anxiety, apathy, argumentative, boredom, concentration, confusion, daydreaming, depression, despair, despondency, disappointment. And it goes on and on and on, all the way to irritability, even jealousy. Grief and sorrow. What kind of oils would you use for grief and sorrow? Well, essential oils from the Young Living Company: forgiveness, valor, joy, hope, present time, white angelica, release, and trauma life. So all of those are essential oils from the Young Living Company. But then there's single oils: bergamot, Roman chamomile, clary sage, eucalyptus, juniper, lavender. Lavender seems to be like a all-around very wonderful oil. But those are the oils that you use for grief and sorrow. Frustration, I'm just going to talk about single oils: Roman chamomile, clary sage, frankincense, ginger, juniper, lavender, lemon, orange, peppermint, thyme, ylang-ylang, and spruce. So as you go through all of these emotional issues, you can find that there's some things that you can just really use that are easy to access. You can keep them in your pocket. You can drive down the road and open up your essential oil bottle. You can put a drop on your hand and just smell it. You can put it underneath your chest. You can put it under your nose. I mean, most oils are very safe to use like that. Some of them need to have what's called a carrier oil because the oil can be very powerful. This book talks about balancing body frequency. Isn't it interesting that way back in the 90s this book was talking about frequency even back then? Babies and children. Yes, you have to be very careful with essential oils with children and babies. But if you know what you're doing, you can really make a difference in people's lives. Enzyme therapy. You know, one of the things that causes imbalances is imbalance in our enzymes. And so when you can create balance within enzymes, you can create balance within your body. Your endocrine systems balance out. Your health systems balance out. And guess what? You get a better sense of well-being. And what happens? You look better, you feel better, and you have a better sense of well-being. And what happens when you feel like that? You're more productive, you're happier, you feel more complete. And you know, at the end of the day when you go to bed, It's so much easier to lay down without the aches and pains and without the emotional draw that's really taxing you. And that's really what we're talking about, is helping yourself to age more gracefully, if you will, to age more healthy. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I intend to end this year younger than I started. I have every intention of doing everything I can to improve my health. Oh man, I don't think I brought my foot massagers. If you know somebody with peripheral neuropathy, typically that comes with diabetes, there's no cure for it until now. There's electrostimulators. I have a little foot pad. I have about, I don't know, I think 8 or 10 of them I ordered. And it's so simple. You lay it out, it's just like a piece of foam, and there's a little brain that goes to it, and you charge it up on your USB charger, and you put your feet on it, and it's got 19 different intensity settings, and you can use it to tone your legs. You can use it for everything from neuropathy to just tired feet, and you just stand on it or sit down and put your feet on it and turn it on, and I'm telling you, this thing runs electrostimulation up your legs, and it actually creates those